Let me show you how I was able to achieve this flyer in PixelLab. Now you must have been seeing these trending church flyers using these huge text effects in their designs. I'm going to show you how to achieve this same flyer in PixelLab. So I was up all night just working on this, and I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this in just a few minutes. All right, let's go. Right now, we are in PixelLab, and I'm going to be showing you how to achieve the flyer which I just showed you. So I always like to adjust the ratio of my canvas before I get to work. And in the flyer which I showed you, the height was about 5,000 pixels and the width was about 4,000 pixels. So I'm going to change the canvas size. The height is going to be 5,000 and the width is going to be 4,000 pixels. All right. Now go ahead and import the background. I already have the background and I'm going to do that quickly. So here's the background we are going to be using for this design. I'll just go ahead and click OK. And I'm going to expand it, use the relative size to expand it to fit the canvas. And also go to relative position, position it vertically and horizontally so that if it was not balanced in the first place, it will be balanced when you use the relative position. So I will just go ahead and lock that. So the next thing we are going to do is to import that huge text which I showed you. Now this is the text we are going to be using as our theme of the program. So I'll go ahead and add it. I'm just going to use the relative size to drag it. Of course, I want it to be far bigger than this. So I'll just use these handles, toggle on my grid so that I can snap to these grid lines. Yes, I think I want something like this. I will also lock it. Now I've done a tutorial on how you can generate text effects without needing PSD files or using any kind of computer software or even using Photopea, which mobile phones can access, but it can be a bit tiring also. So if you want to know how I was able to generate this break every chain text effect, just drop a comment below and I'm going to tag you in the next video I will do. All right, so let's go ahead. Now I'm going to add a shape, and this shape I'm going to give it a gradient, and this is the gradient I'm going to give it. And I will head over to perspective tool. I will enable it, and I'm just going to do something like this. I'm just going to drag it and do something like this. I'm just going to make it slanted. It's not going to be straight. I want it to be kind of slanted, something like this, and I'll just click OK. Now I'm going to hold this handle and expand it, and I'll bring the shape below. I'll keep it like, say here is OK. So as you can see, the shape is slanted and OK. I'm just going to drag it, keep it below here, keep it like this. Okay, I think that's too slanted. Let me just rotate it a little bit like this. Okay, this is fine. I'll just go ahead and drop it like this. I'm going to lock it. Then I'll bring this effect here, this text effect above here. Okay, I'll not bring it above. What I want to do is I want to scale it. I want it to be bigger than this. I want it to be bigger than this. Yes, okay. I think this is now far better. I think this is far better. This is okay right now. And I'm going to lock it. Now I will duplicate this text effect again. Duplicate it. I'll go to crop. Just go to crop and crop the break every. Just crop off other parts and leave just the chain. Click OK. So we'll position the one we just cropped out below to align with the chain that we already have there. So just make sure it aligns properly. And I will lock that one also. Now what is going to happen is I will add a shadow. I want to add a shadow, but first of all, let me push this shape, this slanted shape like this. Okay, yeah. Let me just rotate it a little bit like this. Fine. Now I'm going to add a shadow. So to add a shadow, which I've done in previous videos, you just need to add a shape, scroll down and reduce the opacity to 0. Then go to stroke and increase your stroke to 40, which is the max. And your stroke color is going to be black because shadows are actually black. Then increase your blur radius to the max, which is I think 25, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, blur radius to 25. Then I'm just going to drag the lower parts up like this and hit OK. Now we have a shadow here. I'm just going to drop this like this. I will expand it. Toggle on your grid so that I can snap very well and align properly. I'm just going to send it below. I'll send it below the text effect that we have. Okay, the one that we duplicated, that's where I'm going to send it. The one which we duplicated, I'm going to send it there. And I'm just going to reduce the opacity a little bit. We don't want it to be too much. Let's say 80 is okay. Let's see how that is. Okay, I'm just going to rotate it. Let's rotate it a little bit. Just rotate it a little bit, something like this. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Move it forward a bit, up a bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with what we have here so far. Just go ahead and lock the shadow also. Go ahead and lock the shadow. Now what is left is to add the, let me bring the original image, right, so that we stop guessing what was there. So this is the original image. We are going to use this original image as reference so that we stop guessing. So I'm just going to add it. Let me expand it to fill the canvas. I'm just going to hide it. From time to time we can take information from it. So as you can see, these lines here, this circle that has this lens flare stuff, we are going to bring that also. I don't know the name, that's why I'm just calling it that. So let's go ahead and bring that into our canvas. Yeah, so this is what we are going to be using, which is also on the first flyer. Now just go ahead and use the eraser tool to wipe off some parts of this. I'm just going to increase your brush size and increase your smoothness or hardness. Just increase it, and we are going to wipe off these parts of this flare that we have here. Just wipe off these parts and hit OK. Now we are just going to position it like this. That's okay. Or we can go ahead and do some adjustments, maybe like this. Can just move it. Let's move it a little bit to the left like this, and okay, that's fine. We are going to lock it also, and so let's go back to the main image that we have and see what is left. So what we are going to add is this Sunday and the time and every other thing. Yeah, so let's do that. Let me hide this. So I'm going to add this Sunday. Okay. And the font which I'm going to use, I'm going to change it to the font which I used in the design I showed you was Stretch. It's called Stretch Pro. So that's the font I'm going to be using here. And I'll do this. So I'll just drop this here and I will lock it. Now let's go and duplicate that shadow that we created in the first place and bring it also. Just going to resize it to fall under this Sunday like this. But we are going to make it smaller compared to how big it was before. So let's just use the position tool to position it properly. We are going to bring it behind that text, this Sunday, yeah. Then reduce the opacity again to, let's say 55 is okay. Push it upwards again, just a little. All right, I think we're already catching up with that. Then go ahead and duplicate that text again. This Sunday, duplicate this Sunday because we're still going to use the text. And this time we are going to change it to 9 a.m. all caps. And we are going to make it very, very big like this. Make it big like this. Make sure it is centered. Then go to 3D rotate. Under 3D rotate, tap on that, and the x-axis we are going to tune the x-axis by 15 degree. Let's keep it like that. Then the y-axis is going to be by 30. Sorry, the y-axis is going to be by 30. Oh, I think that's not it. Sorry. Yeah. So let's keep the x-axis by 50, and we don't need to touch the x-axis again. That was a mistake in the first place. So with this, go over to, while that text is selected, go over to eraser. Okay, before we can use the eraser on this text, what is going to happen is we will duplicate it and bring it to the same position, put it the same position where the first text is, like this, and we are going to merge two of them. Just select two of this text and click merge. So we merge them. Now we can access the eraser tool here. So what is going to happen is just decrease your brush by little and increase your softness. Then you're just going to tap randomly on this text like this. Just tap randomly on this text like this, and we click OK. Now you can see some parts of the text has been wiped off, and the reason we are doing this is to give it the realism of blending with the background. So just going to reduce the opacity. Just reduce the opacity by let's say 70. Yeah, let's leave it at, okay, let's say 75. Let's leave it at 75 and lock it. Now we're already achieving something. Let's go back to the main flyer and let's go back and see the main flyer. So this is the main flyer. What part is left is the shape below and the featuring and other things there. So let's do that quickly. Here I'm going to be using the draw tool, but before that, let me just push this text upwards so that there can be some space. Yeah, let's leave it there. Then we are going to make use of the draw tool. I've done quite a number of tutorials on the draw tool, and we are going to do this. So this is not going to be a tutorial about the draw tool because I'll just go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to draw like this. Of course, you can choose any color. I'm going to change this color. So let me use yellow because it's yellow we used in the first place. So let me do this. And hit OK. Now we are going to expand this. Just drag it for it to enlarge enough to cover the bottom part of this design. Something like this. Yes. You can just stretch it. Don't mind, if you can see, as the more you stretch it, you start seeing this blurry stuff, but don't worry. By the time you render your image, all those stuffs will be gone. Of course, it's not like the first one which I showed you. It's not like the first flyer which I showed you. But at least I'm just showing you how you can replicate this in PixelLab. So let's go ahead with that. So the next thing to do is to add the featuring. I'm just go ahead and type featuring and hit OK. I'm going to do that all caps and hit OK. And the font I'm going to be using this time, I will use Poppins. I'll use Poppins medium, right? Okay, let me use Satoshi instead. I'm going to use Satoshi, yeah. So I'm going to be using Satoshi fonts for this. Then, while your text is still selected, go to background and enable background. So the background we're going to choose is still gradient like before. It's going to be gradient.